Good afternoon. This is Bob Icino along with Mike Arnold from Path Trading Partners. This is a May 11th afternoon Path Chat covering the futures markets. Fairly quiet day. I'd say today was quiet. The NASDAQ actually finished lower. Unbelievable. Not much. Less than 1/4%. Same thing on the S&P 500 index. Right around 1/4%. We saw crude oil have a second day rally, pretty decent rally as well, break above $48. The oil price settlement was actually the second highest settlement price of this month. It's in our rotation zone now, which Mike will talk about. Natural gas actually jumped. We're not going to cover it in here, but natural gas jumped close to 3% on smaller than expected supplies, or rather gains in U.S. stockpiles. Metals continue to be marginally weak. Bank of England voted 7-1 to hold the key interest rates in place. Nothing really interesting out of Carney. Fed's Dudley said trade barriers are a dead end for the economy. But as you could tell, I'm kind of reaching here for news. Definitely reaching for news. In terms of the economic calendar, we talked about some of the early morning stuff on this morning's Path Chat covering the FX markets. We did get some data past that recording. Canadian new house prices year over year, 3.3%. That is unchanged from their previous estimate. That is a March number. Now, U.S. jobless claims, which came out this morning, 236,000, 245 expected, and 238 last. 238's reading last week was also lower than expected. So that's 2 weeks in a row of beats. And we've got continuing claims now down at 1.918 million. It was expected at 1.980 million, and the last was 1.979 million. So continuing claims trending lower, almost at the 1.8 handle. Haven't quite reached it yet, but we'll see. Those are pieces of Q2 data. This is a May weekly jobless claims number. It's for May 6th, and the continuing claims number is April 29th date now. So that is Q2 stuff. The Q2 stuff is what we're starting to look at, again, based on the Fed's idea that this first quarter weakness in the U.S. was transitory. So we'll see how that plays out. Overnight tonight, German gross domestic product coming out at 1 a.m., German consumer price index coming out also at 1 a.m., and Eurozone industrial production year over year coming out at 4 a.m. Those are all Central Time. Then we've got CPI tomorrow in the U.S., but we'll discuss that on tomorrow morning's FX Path Chat. In the meantime, Mike, it is all yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. So, slight pop-up in the VIX actually ran up to the one side of our rotation zone, closing much lower, still closing in the 10s. The actual close was 10.57, the high was 11.23. So even with a slight down day today, not much going on with the VIX. Let's take a look at the transports. Transports got below our upper significant level, ran down, got through the lower significant level, through the 89.80 level, didn't quite get down to the end of the clear path, closed pretty much at the trend line. So that is current support. So on a rally tomorrow, watch for resistance at 90.76, followed by about 90.98 to 91.07. Then if we get above that, we're looking at about 91.30. On a move back down lower tomorrow, there is still going to be some minor support at the significant level, 90.23. Then we're looking to retest about the 89.80 level, and then if that's broken, the 89.35 level to the downside. The industrials also ran lower today to this GAN cluster, the 20,800 level cluster right around there, but then closed just slightly down for today, rallying back up. On a rally tomorrow, 20,943 area, first level resistance, 20,980 second level of resistance, third level is about 2120, and then the fourth level is 21,046. on a move back down. Minor resistance or minor support right now at 20,847. Major by today's lows is 20,800, and if that's broken, we're looking at 20,760, and finally possibly down to 20,720. Over to the S&P. Went also down, tested the lower range of the low rotation zone, which we've talked about, closed back up above the 8, but still down for the day. On a move lower tomorrow, 2390s first level of support. Next level of support is going to come in around 2383. Final level is going to come in about 2379. And if that is broken, then you can watch for about 2373. On a move higher, first level resistance 2397. Second level about 2400. Then we could retest as 2403 to 2403.50. And on a big rally, you'd be looking at 2413. Over to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ also tested the upper end of the rotation zone and the 12.5% GAN level, found support, still closed slightly lower on the day. Move lower tomorrow, 56.45 to about 56.37 is going to be first key area of support. Slightly below that would be a trend line, and then we're looking, if that's broken, possibly go down to this clear path, 56.09, and then 56.02 to 55.97. Rally back up. Very key resistance right around this 56.79 to 80 level. Then we're looking at 56.87. If that's broken, 57.11, and then 57.30 to the upside. Switch over to crude and see how that is doing. Crude rallied into the declining rotation zone. We now got a hooking 8. Didn't quite get to the top of the rotation zone. So on a further rally tomorrow, 48.22 first level of resistance, 48.41, 48.54 area. If that is broken, next key area is going to be about this 48.96 to 49. On a pullback, first level support about 47.69, followed by 47.48. Nothing then really down to about this 47.25 area. Then if that is broken, we have a lot of support down at this 47.07 to 46.96. Very key area. For some reason, we break through all that. Next major area down is not till 46.26. Let's check in with copper. We haven't looked at that in a couple days. Copper rallied up to the declining rotation zone. If you're not paying attention to these rotation zones, you really should. They provide some very key levels. Then fell back, still closed up slightly for the day. This is the biggest range we've had in the last few days, you can see. So, continued rally tomorrow. 251.64's first level of resistance. Next level of resistance is 252.43. Then we could possibly go to about the 254.18, and then you're looking at the area bound today's high at 255.29. On a pullback or a down move, we're looking for about 248.60 as first level support. Next key level about 248.05. Then nothing until we get down to this defining point, which is at 247.25. If that is broken, you can look for about 246.59. Over to gold. Gold finally got a slight rally today. It's back to the 12.5% GAN level, nearly closed on that. 12.25. Rally up tomorrow. Watch for 12.28 level, followed by the 12.32 level, followed by 12.33 to 12.35 key area. Pullback, we'll be watching for 12.20 to 12.19, and then if that's broken, right down around about 12.17, and then possibly down to 12.14 on a bigger sell-off, and then we have the trend line coming in approximately about 12.11. Finally, over to silver. Silver also got a slight rally today. So, continued rally tomorrow. This 12.5% gain level, very key. $16.38. Going to be first level of resistance. 16.42 second. 1645 third level, and then if it gets through there, not much until we could get up to 1664, then above that 1670. On a pullback, we have some key support right around 1618. Then we're looking at very minor support around 1614, and then nothing down until about the 1606. If 1606 is broken, you could see it travel to the end of the clear path at 1597. That's all we have for you. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Michael. And if you guys like what we're doing, click the like button. If you'd like to see this stuff shot to your inbox right when we get it done, hit the subscribe button and YouTube will take care of that for you. Otherwise, we will talk to you guys in the next Path Chat. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.